Hello
Hello,
everyone! Mabuhay!
we are
Good
live. Good
evening!
evening, wherever you are in the world.
Yes.
Um, it is a rainy day here in Alberta, Canada. My name is Lee J,
And I'm Melissa.
and if this is your first time tuning in, you guys are in for a treat. um, what do we do? What do we do here?
We are digital business owners.
Mhm,
We help people, families, to start in the online space by
mhm.
starting their very own online business. We provide the tools, the systems, everything that you need to get started, and also mentorship. Right? We're
That's
gonna
right.
be your mentors if you want to.
Right.
Yeah.
And yes, we are on day number 55 of our challenge.
Yes.
And we are way behind our schedule.
Yeah.
um, but that's okay. Better late than never.
Yes. Yeah. We're still
And
here.
we're still here.
Yeah.
Anyways, today's topic, we're going to talk about what is our online business. And,
Yes. And
you
this
know,
is solely for those who just started following us. There's a lot of you in our Facebook page who just started following us, and thank you for following our page.
yes.
We are very blessed to have you as
Mhm.
our audience, and hopefully we keep you in touch. If there's any topics that you would like to for us to talk about, feel free to let us know.
Mhm. Congratulations to one of our business partners for having their very first, no, not first,
Which one? Oh,
buyer.
no, second one.
Second one,
Yeah,
yeah.
second one in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just while on training, guys. She just started within a month.
Mm-hmm.
And they went on right away, started the training. All of a sudden, like in just a few days, they already have
Mm-hmm.
ads going on. And we are very excited because they're getting results in their business,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because we know for some people it might take some time, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for them, they went through it right away. It's a husband and wife team,
Tandem,
right?
yeah.
So yeah, congratulations on having your second buyer of the journey. And
And
we
there's many
know,
more,
yes, we
right?
know there's gonna be so much more in the next
Right.
few future.
And that's the thing, guys. Some people in this business, start earning as early as their first month, right, or maybe on
Yes.
their second month,
Yeah. While on
and
training.
while on training, and
Mm-hmm.
some take their time, right?
Yeah.
And that's totally fine. And even for me, it took time for me to really get things moving, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for us, I mean,
Yep.
but the key is not to give up, right?
Yes.
The
Not to
key is
stop.
not to stop.
Yeah.
So we've always had like an advertising on the side.
Yes.
Any earnings that we have from the online business is getting reinvested and
Yes.
actually have things revolving, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the key learnings that we had in the past, because I wanted to have a one big shot out of this
Yeah.
and kind of like and then retire forever. That's not the
Yes.
case though. Like you really need to
Mm-hmm.
to learn the system, to nurture the system,
Yes.
to nurture your business like a growing baby, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you ask, say, for example, a 1 year old baby to be an adult
Mm-hmm.
without proper training and proper education, then obviously they can't do it, right? It's the same thing
Yes.
with the online business. Some are super fast though.
Yes.
I've seen individuals that goes from zero to finish line, meaning being retired and quitting their jobs and
Yeah.
being financially free, right?
Yeah.
Within the period of one
One
year,
year.
right?
Yeah.
Some do it in 2 years, some
Yeah.
3 years, right? Everybody has their
Um,
own pace, right?
mm-hmm.
Some in 6 months, 7 months,
Yes,
right?
yeah. And basically, you get to decide what pace that you want to go
Mm-hmm.
to. You can do it fast, right? Or you can do it slow, depending on your situation in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're a busy kind of person, like you have little kids and stuff
Mm-hmm.
that you're raising, and you still have your full-time job that you're trying to eventually maybe quit in the future, right? Or get that retirement going. um yeah, it will definitely work for the way you want it to. Yeah.
there was I was just attending the mastermind just recently, and there was a teacher who shared her experience there, saying that she's been teaching in the States, right, for the last 20 years.
Yes,
And when it comes to recognition,
she
uh,
only got a certificate,
she only got a
right?
certificate, not even
Not
a
even
bonus,
a lunch or
lunch, right?
dinner treat.
And teachers are probably one of the lowest paying profession in the United States, right?
And because of the job that they do, right, they
Mm-hmm.
sacrifice so much, and they put everything in what they do,
Mm-hmm.
right, to teach the children, to teach teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end, um yeah, I guess
We
they.
yeah they need more compensation with the
Yes.
amount of work that they put in, the amount
Yeah.
of passion they put in.
Yes.
And it is a sad reality for a lot of them. And she was saying that it would take me um, 20 years or maybe 30 years for me to actually retire.
Yes,
And by the
and
time she
mhm,
retires,
the pension isn't enough to even cover her daily bills,
yeah,
right? Like, you know
yeah,
she still need to figure things out on her
on
own
her
once
own
she
after
retire.
retirement, right? So
So,
it's not really true retirement in a sense that you don't need to work anymore. You still
yeah.
need to have some sort of side hustle after retirement.
Yes.
And that truly is the reality for a lot of us, right? Not
Yeah.
only in the States, but also in Canada, all over
Canada.
the world.
Yes.
Um, the
Yeah.
government really doesn't give you enough to retire, and that's
Yes,
common.
if we're just gonna rely
Hmm.
on pension, it's just not enough
Hmm.
for the standard of living here in Canada,
Hmm.
right? And I have seen a lot of people who are in pensions, who are solely relying on pensions, and I can feel.
The
I felt
struggle.
their pain and the struggle to
Hmm.
actually just get by. And being at the age of, I think, 72, 75, and still working in one of a retail shop part
Hmm.
time just to get by. And it breaks my heart that there are
It's okay, don't
some
cry.
people who are in that
Right.
situation. And that's one of our biggest goal is that we have parents who are
Also
almost on
retiring,
that
yeah. Hmm.
age, right? And they're looking at their retirement, right? What are they going to do on their retire? Is it going to be enough for them when they actually
Hmm.
retire, right? And we wanted, as their children, we
Hmm.
wanted to give back to them, because they raised us, they brought us here in Canada, right? And actually, Lydia and I, we came at on the same year when we were 15 years old here in Canada.
Hmm.
And our
And we and
parents
we
brought
owe we
us.
owe a lot to them, and we
Yes.
really just want to show our love to them, right?
Yeah.
By
But
hopefully
by
eventually
helping them
helping them
out,
out, right?
yeah, like it, not even like just helping them out in like giving all that they need, but even like just
Just a
helping
little
out
bit, yeah,
for
yeah,
just a supplement
yeah.
to their pension,
Mm.
maybe, right?
And that's one of our biggest dreams. That's why we're doing this also, right? Is to support that dream.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a sad reality for a lot of us because we think that that it's going to be enough. It's it's
Yes.
it's really really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And with Mel's being accountant and being able to see the variety of things, it can be very difficult,
Yeah,
right?
like I wish there is a way to let people really understand
Mm-hmm.
what is the future for them if they went on just relying on pension when they
Mm-hmm.
retire.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, though, what we also have growing kids,
Mm-hmm.
right? We have three kids, a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 2-year-old. And one of the things that we want to avoid when they go on that age, when they actually go on university or a college, right, when they want to study for that profession that they want to go to,
Mm-hmm.
is we want them to at least not worry about going having up being approved for a student loan, right? Because we've been there. As
Mm-hmm.
soon as high school, we went to university, and um, and we were studying hard, and then at the end, after 4 years,
You have to
we
pay.
have this
You have to
big
pay back.
loan that
Yeah.
we have to pay, and oh no, and plus we are already starting our family. We
Mm-hmm.
are already looking at how can we afford a house,
Mm-hmm.
how can we raise our children, and at the same time we have a big student loan that we have to pay.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to at least cover up that that education for
Mm-hmm.
our kids, right?
That brings me to a point of, if you tune in, or if you plug into the system, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most people can actually be retired in, just a year, even 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And compared to a 20-year, 30-year, working life, right, in order to get your
Mm-hmm.
pension, the minimum the minimum automated income that you can actually get, right, you're just working for straight up, like maybe 1 year, 2 years, is about
Mm-hmm.
$5,000.
Yeah.
And that's even bigger than most people's pension, right? And that's just the minimum, right? And there's more that you can add into that.
Yeah.
But that's just completely like being hands off, and not doing anything more, right? Just
Yeah.
getting that extra residual income.
Yeah,
And I think,
and the thing is, all of this is done online. Like, can you imagine going in a different country, maybe
mhm,
Mexico, Jamaica, Europe, and actually be able to bring your business there, right? Because there were a lot of stories in our community where they've started from their home country, and then they moved because they want to live in another places,
mhm,
and they were sharing their story that even though we had to move everything, we had to move our stuff, we moved our life in a different
mhm,
country. Their online business came with them as well,
mhm.
because as long as you have the laptop and the wi-fi, you have access to the online business. You can do the business wherever you are in the world, right?
And for my reflections this week, though, it's a bit interesting, because not only that I listened to those people in Mastermind talking about how how complicated it is to actually retire and have pension in the real world, right?
Yeah.
It's also interesting to know that, with the solution out there, it's really up to you if you're going to take it, right? Because it's funny, because you know if you're really looking for it, it will present itself to you.
Yeah.
And if you are watching right now because maybe you saw one of our ad out there, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe for some reason the algorithm showed our faces in front of you, there's a
We
good reason why we're there, right?
yeah, we always say it's a divine intervention,
Right.
right?
it is
Yeah,
it is a
when you
divine
see our
intervention.
faces, maybe maybe God is
Right.
preparing something for
For you,
you,
yeah.
right?
And that is really the message here. We're not, we're yes, it's part of our business, obviously, to run our advertisement, but at the same time, it's a service to the marketplace in order for us to deliver the message. And the
Mm-hmm.
message is, right, there's a solution,
Yes.
to the economical statute of people, right? Like,
Yeah.
especially for, there's a term that I forgot, for everyday people, or people of, what's the term I'm looking for? It's kind of like regular folks like you
Regular,
and my.
yeah, like
Uh,
normal people like you and me, I guess.
oh
Like
yeah, it's gonna
ordinary,
come.
ordinary
It's at the tip
people.
of my tongue, but I
Yeah.
can't remember.
Okay.
Um, and it's funny because we're both working in the environment where we talk to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I talk to a lot of candidates.
Yeah.
I'm actually in the employment industry as well. I started a business there
Yeah.
um, with um, uh, with the help of wealthy investors, right?
Yeah.
And as I was building this business, I get to see the reality of things. And the reality of things
Yes.
is that there are still people that are pretty much in a negative stage, right? So if life is in stage one, stage zero, then one, two, three, four, five, or level,
Yeah.
there's people that are in like -1, -10,
Yeah, maybe
-20, right?
because they're starting from scratch, maybe,
Not only
like
that,
living in another
but they don't
country,
have
right?
resources, right? Or
Yeah.
living in another country,
Yeah,
and they don't
like they
have
had to.
resources to actually start something.
Yeah.
And to think of it that people in Canada, people in North America, um, you know, would have an upper advantage, right? Meaning they have resources to get started.
Yeah.
It's really not true, because it doesn't matter what resources you have around you
Mm-hmm.
if internally you cannot change, right?
Yes.
Meaning, there's still strong beliefs inside of you that you can't make it, right? Whatever
Yeah.
you believe is true, or whatever you don't believe is not true, or whatever, right? If you
Yeah.
believe that it's true, and if you don't believe that it's not true, either or you're right, right? And
Yeah.
I think that's not the exact term, but that's from
Yeah.
Henry Ford.
Hmm.
And Mel and I was just talking earlier that all of this really starts from within, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so if there is a message that I've reflected over the week here, is
Hmm.
that, you know, um, really change starts from within. You
Yes.
might see this ad, you might see this live right
Hmm.
now. That's when you're scrolling over your social media,
Yeah.
and you might look for that sign from God, right? That you wanna have change in your life. Um,
Hmm.
you know, nothing's gonna happen until you change something inside, right?
Hmm.
And I think that's one of the key things to remember when you're starting an online business,
Yes.
is to
To
to have that internal change.
yes, like
Um,
unpack everything. Like be open to new things,
mhm,
right? Yeah.
right, and have that leap of faith, right?
Yes.
Of courage to do the right thing, right?
Hmm.
Sometimes when there is an idea that gets planted in your head, idea of maybe automation, right? Idea of having freedom, to take your business anywhere, or an idea of maybe if I invest this amount and I can get back this amount.
Hmm.
Those ideas doesn't come randomly, right?
Yeah.
These are
There's
ideas that
a
are accumulated
hmm
and are placed inside your
yeah.
consciousness.
There's a reason
Mhm.
why you have those kinds of ideas.
Right? I think just by thinking about it, you're already blessed, right? Imagine how many people can't think about those things, right? They're
And then
stuck,
it gets
right?
complicated,
They're
right?
like horses, they have blinders on and they cannot see anything, right? But you, if you're watching this right now, if for some reason you're seeing our face on an ad or on a Facebook live, or um,
Yeah.
video, right? That's a sign already that you are in the right path, and take that path, right? Take
Yes.
that leap of faith.
Yeah, do your research, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
check it out. We have a webinar that we are offering every Tuesdays and Thursdays,
Mm-hmm.
and so it will be on tomorrow. And there's also the recorded
Version, yeah.
webinar version, right? And all you really need to do to have access to this is to access it on our website.
Mm-hmm.
It's www.lijandmelissa.com. You can put your name and your email address, and we'll send you the link to that webinar so you
Mm-hmm.
can register.
Now it's a live webinar, you guys, so you have 90 minutes to really study or
Yes.
just get introduced to, affiliate marketing, to the online business. What is a funnel, right?
Yes.
How do you
Like,
actually use social media,
mm-hmm.
to attract the market, right? It's called attraction marketing.
Yes. Or how do you make it automated?
Mm-hmm.
How does that work? Like all of that gets explained in the webinar, and there's always that um curiosity, if you ever have that curiosity, what is the online business that they've been talking about?
Right.
I see all these posts and all these live videos and all this um,
Income claims, right?
paydays,
Lives that are
checks
changed, right?
flashing on the
Flashing.
post, and what is the online business? And we have that webinar that talks
Hmm.
all about the online
Hmm.
business. So that's
People,
the first step.
that's the first step, and people have changed, you guys, right? A lot of these people are everyday people, right? Like they're just you and me, just like you and me. We're parents. We have three kids. We have a 10-year-old, an
Yeah.
8-year-old, a 2-year-old,
Yes.
and we are both professionals, right? And and we're both young
Yeah.
family. Um,
And no matter what journey you are in your life right now,
mhm,
it's an online business can work for you too, whether you are in a retirement age, or you have kids that are already grown up and you
mhm,
just want to do something on the side while you have your full-time job still running,
mhm.
right? Like, no matter what stage of life you are in, an online business can always work for you.
And guys, the it doesn't matter if you are tech savvy or not, right?
Yes.
If you're not tech savvy, it's totally fine. Our training are so simple. It's module based, right? So you study on your own pace,
Mhm.
and you get to you get to learn about marketing, about branding, about being safe, right?
Online,
Online.
yes,
That alone, I think, is a huge value
yes,
to know, that how to be safe
yes,
online.
yes.
You know,
There
we.
is a way to stay safe online. You just gotta have to know the rules,
Hmm.
right? And all the rules are in the training.
Hmm.
And we also have there's also gonna be your mentor and your coach as well. So if ever there is any questions or any struggles, challenges that you're facing, you will always have somebody with you in your journey, right?
The training are also updated, right?
Mhm.
So meaning the new technologies in AI right now, how to actually use AI, how to be safe using AI. A lot of these are covered in the training already, right? So we have masterminds every single week of like-minded individuals, people that are really really successful. They get to share their journey. They get to share how they're doing it. What are they doing?
Yes, yeah.
How are they, generating five, six figure
A month.
a month
Yeah.
income, right?
Mhm.
7-figure a year type of income. How
Yes.
does that actually happen? And guys,
Yes.
when
And all of that is automated, right? Like, they don't even have to, like, majority of the people that are
Mhm,
that are in a higher milestone,
mhm,
right? They don't do ads anymore because
right,
they have done the work when they started,
right.
right?
The foundation is strong, right?
Yes.
And that they're able to build an entire organization,
Yes.
an entire automated system, right? For it
Yes.
for it to actually work.
Yes, and it
And
just works for them
mhm.
no matter what they're doing. They're traveling, or,
I can't wait,
doing
you
all
guys.
of that.
Once you join
There's so
us,
much exciting
and
things that we can
you
talk about.
we can talk about all these things. We can show you how much those incomes are really, right?
Mhm.
And and give you a glimpse of how, like, what is the possibility of it, right? Give you a glimpse of true, of true wealth, right? Both inside and outside.
Yes.
Sometimes I've seen businesses that are extremely extremely wealthy financially, but the ethics of how they do it are a bit questionable, right? Like it doesn't sit well with you. But when you join a organization like this, is
Mhm.
about 200,000 people that's in our group, and and all of them are being changed with this particular system.
Yes.
You would truly see people that are really happy with what they're doing, legitimate, right?
Yes.
Ethical,
And they're actually
family
helping
friendly.
people, right?
Exactly, right? Helping people, and it's just an awesome community, you guys,
Yeah.
right? And we can't wait, for us to show you. And so if you are considering this, right? If you're considering to have an automated business, maybe a side hustle, you don't need to be full time on it right away, right? You can
Yeah.
just start part time. The magic of part time. Jim Rohn
Yeah.
always says, right?
Yeah.
Work hard on your
On your
job to
job.
make a living, work harder on yourself to make a
Fortune.
fortune, right?
Yes.
And and yes, work on yourself, work on your business to make a
Yes.
fortune.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna cut it at that time.
Yes.
We're pretty much there,
Yeah.
and we are so happy for those of you who just recently inquired.
Yeah.
Um, there's a ton of you. People are messaging us right now. What is online business? What is the online business, right?
Yeah.
Best
So
time to best way to do this is just to have that quick webinar. And if you have more questions, you can reach out to us.
yes.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks a
Have
lot,
a great
everybody.
night.
Have a
Thank
great
you so much
night.
for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
See you again. Bye bye.